Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. Okay, so I want to get into a lesson starting off in Isaiah, the 13th chapter and the 14th verse. So Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson to the elect. So I'll go ahead and I'll get straight into it. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe. That's right. It says, and it shall be as the chase roe. We understand that during the time of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be people out here like hunting gazelles, man. Okay, continuing on. And as a sheep that no man taketh up. That's right. It says, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. Okay, it's going to be a lot of people out here not knowing which way to turn, not knowing what to do, completely confounded, man. Okay, the scripture goes into it in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Okay, and who are the ones that's going to have that? The elect. Okay, while a lot of you people, you're going to be out here, like I just mentioned, completely confounded, okay, not knowing what to do, not knowing which way to turn, not knowing who to call on, man. Okay, we understand that it's going to be a lot of people that's going to get put to death throughout these cities, man. Okay, and I'll read this from the top again. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people. That's right. It says, they shall every man turn to his own people. Okay, and we understand that during the time of Jacob's trouble, we understand that every nation, they're going to be with their own nation. Okay, during that time. All right, so I read it from the top again. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And this shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people. So like I just mentioned, we understand that every nation will be with their nation during that time, and flee everyone into his own land. Okay, and we have seen how a lot of heathens, a lot of people came over here to America, which is Babylon the Great, became very rich over here, and what they do went back to their own land. Okay, but it's going to be a lot more people that's going to want to leave America, which is Babylon the Great, seeing how bad it's going to become here during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, but it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be stuck over here, and they're going to get destroyed, man. Okay, that's what's going to happen. All right, continuing on. This is Isaiah chapter 13 verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's right. So we understand that it's going to be people that's going to be captured throughout these cities, okay? And it's going to be people that's going to get put to death, man. Okay, we know that martial law will be declared. Okay, we know that America, which is Babylon the Great, is divided up into 10 different FEMA regions. Okay, you're not going to be able to move around as freely as you was once able to, man. Okay, so we know, man, it's going to be a lot of bloodshed throughout these cities. A lot of people are going to get their doors kicked in. Okay, whole households getting put to death. Okay, these are the things that's going to be going on during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, and it's a lot of the wicked of our people, that want to be in agreement, with this damn devil. Okay, they want to follow the ways of Esau, Edom. Okay, well, that the scripture goes into it in Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Okay, so we understand that the wicked of our people, 2/3 of our people, they're going to be punished right alongside with Esau, Edom, man. Okay, we know 2/3 of our people will be cut off here in America, which is Babylon the Great, man. Now get this precept real quick in Zechariah, the 13th chapter. Okay, this is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, and we know that land is speaking about America, which is Babylon the Great, continuing on, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So we know 2/3 of our people will be cut off here in America, which is Babylon the Great, continuing on, but the third shall be left therein. Okay, and the 1/3 is speaking about the elect that's here in America, which is Babylon the Great, that will ultimately be protected and delivered. Okay, so let me go ahead and get that back in Isaiah, the 13th chapter, and I'll read that back at the 15th verse. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. That's right. We understand that it's going to be a lot of people that's going to see their children get put to death right before them. Okay, and it's not going to be anything that they can do about it. Okay, that's how bad it's going to become out here during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, continuing on. Their houses shall be spoiled. That's right. It's like I was going into, man. We understand that it's going to be a lot of people that's going to get their doors kicked in. Okay, that's going to get their goods took. Okay, a lot of your neighbors are going to be looking to come up against you, during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, the scripture goes into it in Matthew, the 24th chapter. Okay, the scripture goes into it about how the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, so we know that it's going to be like every man for himself out here during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, so I read that again. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. That's right, it says, and their wives ravished. So we understand that it's going to be women that's going to get raped during the time of Jacob's trouble. And when you look around, man, you see that a lot of these women are extremely proud, man. Okay, a lot of these women heavily support feminism. Okay, a lot of these women are heavily, dependent upon Esau's system. Okay, a lot of these women speak against their men. Okay, we see these things going on in this place, man. Okay, but we understand that very soon these women, they're going to be looking to get with a man of the Lord. Okay, and if it's not set up for you to get with a man of the Lord, you're going to have to deal with what comes to you, man. Okay, but we understand that the scripture goes into it in Isaiah, the 32nd chapter and the 2nd verse, about how a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind. And that's not talking about any man. That's speaking about a man of the Lord. Okay, somebody that's a part of the elect. Okay, continuing on. Well, I read that again. And their wives ravished. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Okay, and we understand that the Medes today is speaking about the Russians. Okay, but we understand that it's the Lord that's going to stir up the Russians to come up against America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, continuing on. Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. That's right. So it's not going to be any amount of money that the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, can give to Russia. It's not going to be any amount of negotiations that they're going to be able to have with Russia to prevent them from coming up against this place. No, we understand that they're going to come up against this place, man. It's not going to be anything that the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, can do to stop it. We understand that it's prophecy. Okay, continuing on. This is Isaiah chapter 13 verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. Okay, and the bows is speaking about their missiles. Okay, continuing on. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. That's right. So we understand they're not going to care about your babies. Okay, continuing on. Their eyes shall not spare children. That's right. So we understand they're not going to care about your children. They're not going to care about your babies. Okay, they're going to send those missiles over here to completely destroy America, which is Babylon the Great, and the people that's left down here in this place, man. Okay, and I'll continue on. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency. And we know that America, which is Babylon the Great, took on the ancient philosophies of the Babylonians and the Canaanites. Continuing on, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? We understand that fire and brimstone was rained down from heaven, and we know that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. Okay, so what's going to happen to America, which is Babylon the Great, during these times? Okay, we know that it's going to be 200 million warheads that's going to hit this place, as well as the concentrated fire that's going to come from chariots. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get what else I have. So we know this place will certainly be destroyed, man. Okay, so let me get this. In Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, this is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. Okay, and we understand that that destroying wind is speaking about the nuclear destruction that will come to America, which is Babylon the Great, during World War III, the third woe. But we know before this place is destroyed, we know that the CHIP, which is the MOTB, has to be made mandatory, and it will be made mandatory. You won't be able to buy or sell without taking that CHIP. Okay, but if you take it You will be destroyed, and we're constantly warning our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites, to not take the CHIP, which is the MOTB. Okay? And with that said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the elect, and I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.